Welcome to Crazy Shit in Real Estate, a weekly podcast where I walk you through some of the wildest, most unbelievable stories you'll hear from the world of real estate. If you like real estate and you love crazy, this is the podcast for you. Before we get any further into this episode, I've got some information to share. This episode is sponsored by Follow Up Boss, one of the leading CRMs, client relationship managers for residential real estate. Tons of top producing agents and some of the fastest growing teams out there are using Follow Up Boss to increase lead conversion, eliminate busy work that you're not doing anyway, and frankly, deliver a higher class experience in real estate to everybody who chooses you as their realtor of choice. So if you're going to keep listening to this, which I know you will, there's more information and a personal review of Follow Up Boss. For more information, go to followupboss.com/crazy. What's the crazy story you got to share with us today?
So I'm at hashtag side note. I actually left active duty because real estate was
now, right?
I'm still in the reserves. I'm a reservist now. Yes, because like I said, I need that insurance. So I do serve in the reserves, which has benefited me because it keeps me grounded and keeps me understanding what's going on with my brothers and sisters. So that way I don't ever think I'm too high in the clouds and I forget everybody where I came from. But my crazy story is actually it's mind blowing to me. It has to do with the transaction, right? So working with military members, there's VA. Well, it's a lot of requirements, right? And so sometimes our military members, believe it or not, they deploy. I don't know if you ever knew this, but military members deploy at some point in their lives. Well, I was working for the sellers and the husband ended up deploying, and the wife, I did it right. They got a power of attorney. I made sure that was unlocked beforehand. And it wasn't just one of these general power of attorneys that the Navy gives you. It's very specific. You get with your title company, hashtag find a partner. So what happened was the day before closing, we're at the walkthrough, right? And so we're at this house, and I lied. They weren't the sellers. They were the buyer. I'm sorry. They were the buyer. And so the selling agent was there. She's actually become one of my very best friends. Her name is Stacy Chavez. Shout out. And so we're all there, me, Stacy, and my family member. And so the lender gives me a call day before closing. Lender gives me a call and it's like, Ant, the buyer who's deployed ID, because we had to send a copy of his ID and everything, is expired. Well, if you know anything about the military, we don't always have to extend our IDs because we can keep residence wherever we were at when we joined.
Okay, so I told y'all that I would do a review of Follow Up Boss, because I'm your friend in real estate, and I did. Now, there's a blue million CRM out there. I mean, if you go to any Facebook group, every realtor's like, which one should I use? Which one should I use? And you know that these CRM, which are client relationship managers or customer relationship manager, whatever you want to call it, it's truly a system that's just designed to help you know what to do next, because you're very busy and you're a multitasker in real estate with all those different tasks and balls up in the air. You need something to help you stay on track, and that's what Follow Up Boss does. Now, this cell phone, not a CRM, y'all. When you save a name and a phone number in there, that is basically a Rolodex. Follow Up Boss is going to take the names and phone numbers and also help you know what to do next, so you can maintain these relationships with your neighbors. Because that's what this is about. Real estate is not about serving just prospects and clients. It's about taking great care of your neighbors' needs in real estate. And if you'll use a tool like Follow Up Boss, where they remember you, they might even call you when they're ready to buy or sell again, or when their mom and daddy do, or their best friend or their kid, and you want to be top of mind, that's what a product like Follow Up Boss will do for you. Truly, it's going to change your business when you start paying better attention to people. They don't have to know you use Follow Up Boss, but they'll totally understand that they are being heard by you. So now there's a free trial for my people because you're loved. Go to followupboss.com/crazy. No credit card is required. And frankly, because you're my people and we made an ask for you, Follow Up Boss said, yes, you get double the free trial. That's actually enough time to log in, put some pieces in it, and watch it change your business as it has for so many realtors and teams nationwide. Again, go to followupboss.com/crazy to start your free trial today.
Well, they were from California. his ID was expired. But again, it's fine. But I guess when you're buying a house, it's not so fine. And so this is important why you should find a local lender, take them to lunch like she suggested, and not be your person, because they will go to bat for you. So here's the issue. The underwriter was like, it's expired. I can't do nothing with you. He's in Africa at this point, right? In the middle of the jungle. He has no reception, no cell, nothing. So then they're like, well, his ID's gone. We don't know what to do. I'm thinking, how am I going to, well, his birth certificate. Do you have a birth certificate? She's like, I don't have his birth certificate. And I've added that to my consultations now. Do you have his birth certificate? Do you have her birth certificate? So I'm freaking out. I'm trying to not freak out and show that to my family members. But me and Stacey are looking at each other like, what are we going to do? So we're working together. I'm literally looking up flights because she can go get his birth certificate, or there's family members there that can get his birth certificate. So I'm looking up flights that I have to send my family member on a plane to California. We're in Florida to California, red eye, to get this birth certificate.
Just because the ID is expired, it doesn't
just because right. Thank you. And so I called my lender up and I said, listen, Mr. Lender, you my person because you my person. So I need you to figure this out with me. And so by the end of it, we wrapped it all up. We were good. That was it. They accepted the ID because of the military clause or whatever. The underwriter just wasn't familiar with military and stuff like that. But it was stressful for about 20 minutes. And I'm looking up flights to send my family member all the way to California. She had 2 kids. I'm also thinking like, babe, we're about to babysit these kids. Like, you know, like it's just exactly. You never know what is going to happen with any transaction. So you have to be prepared. Then you would think Ant had his hiccup. That was it. We're closing tomorrow. No. That wasn't it. Then they call me 20 minutes later. It's like, hey, we need a statement of service from him since his ID's expired. And if you don't know what that is, that just means that they're alive and they still have time on their contract, more than a year and what. So it's 5:30 at night. 5:30 at night, because that's when all this stuff hits the fan, to be honest with you. Day before closing.
Anybody that you see gets off at 5 o'clock and you don't tap your lights in front of the phone.
Because military members, they love to stay overtime because we don't get paid for it, but they love to stay overtime. No, they were gone by 3:30. So I needed to reach his SEL, which stands for Senior Enlisted Leader. I need to figure out how to get this form. It's literally a 1-sentence line, which is super frustrating. And it's like, it just says members alive, members still has service in this time frame. So then I'm freaking, so we're still at this walkthrough. So I'm dealing with this. And when I say freaking out, I'm internally freaking out because you don't show that, right? And so I'm like, okay, so what do I do? Well, luckily, obviously I knew who his chief was. My old chief was now his chief, and he actually became SEL.
Okay, now don't forget to go try Follow Up Boss so that your business can continue to expand in professionalism, and then you can meet some more crazy people yourself. I really appreciate Follow Up Boss sponsoring this episode, but mainly I appreciate them for giving y'all double the free trial time with no credit card required. So make sure you go to followupboss.com/crazy and then let me know what you think. I'll see you guys next time. Oh, you're enjoying this little clip? Well, the rest of the story is available on any of your podcast apps. Just go search for and subscribe to Crazy Shit in Real Estate with Leigh Brown.